person to person, city to city, state to state, is you see people wanting to be good parents, wanting to be good husbands and wives, wanting to have a little extra money, wanting to be in shape, wanting to be fit, and that their hopes and dreams are all different but all the same. And it gives you just this reborn faith in humanity and who we are as a culture. It's amazing.
I love that. Yep, if you focus on that, on the goodness comes back. And you guys are bringing so much goodness, and that's what you're focusing on, too. So you're living your dharma. I love that so much. And thank you. Thank you for doing that. We have some people here in the studio audience. Would you mind some questions?
I love questions.
Excellent. Okay. When you ask a question, please identify yourself and tell us how many Oola oils you have on. Terry, you want to go first?
Sure. Hi, Dr. Dave. I'll see you next
Hi
week.
there.
I have all the oils. I started with Grow and Balance and have them all, and I won't run out of any. I have a couple of questions. When is your next Oolapalooza? When are your next Oolapaloozas planned, and where? And will you come to Michigan and do one?
Yeah, so what we did is Oolapalooza, for those who don't know, it's basically we took the Vegas event, the process of Vegas that became a book. We unfolded that book back into a process and a program, and it became this 2-day event called Oolapalooza. We launched our first one in Vegas, and we said, hey, whoever wants to show up, we're going to be at the Vinyl nightclub in Vegas, and we're gonna do what we did. We're gonna take out 3x5 note cards and have a party and plan our next year. And it sold out that first year, and we were blown away by it. And we only launched like 100 tickets, like at a small venue. And then when we got done with Oolapalooza, Troy and I were talking about doing it next year. So we do it the next year, and I'm like, we're literally riding down the elevator. The event was almost over. We're in the last session. And I'm like, let's just do it next year. And he goes, okay, I'll tell Charlie that we're going to do it next year, and we'll let people know. And we ended that event. We said, hey, we've decided we're going to do this one more year. If you guys want to buy tickets, go talk to Charlie. And the tickets were $1,000 a ticket. And we had 100 people in the room and sold about 200 tickets. They were buying them for their family and friends and everything. And we went to that Oolapalooza, and that sold out for the next year. And that's where the bus came about. Because Troy called me, and he said, if we keep doing Oolapalooza for the same 200 people in Vegas, it's the same 200 people learning Oola, but that's not how we change the world of the word.
Right.
And then I said, what are you thinking? He goes, let's maybe do Oolapaloozas in other cities, and let's get a bus. And that's how the bus was born. So we started driving the bus across the country. And we started doing Oolapaloozas. Yeah, and we started doing Oolapaloozas. So we did,
so you brought it to us.
Yeah, we did like 10 Oolapaloozas, and then we actually backed off this year because that was something that exceeded what we thought it would be for time and effort. And we said, let's just do the bus and one Oolapalooza for now, because we keep our own lives in Oola. We have to be home. We can't be on the road 20 days a month and be like, hey, we teach life balance, and our lives are out of balance.
Right.
So right now we're down to one Oolapalooza in Vegas, and we're doing the bus. So, that's why we're coming into Frankenmuth, Flint, Detroit. We want to bring pieces of that Oolapalooza, the bus, the stickers, everything there for free for people versus having to come to Vegas or versus us having to go to them with a big production. That's where we are right now, is we are at one Oolapalooza in Vegas. 2018 sold out in an hour. So if you want to go to 2019, you're going to have to watch to December 8th of this year, when tickets go on sale. That's a very long answer to your question, but I just wanted to bring about why the bus came about, and that's how it all started.
That's really good. We so appreciate you bringing it to us, because everybody can't go to Vegas.
Exactly. I mean, it's not affordable for a lot of people to jump on planes and spend $1,000 a ticket and take 2 days off work and all that. I mean, the people who need Oola the most generally can afford it the least.
Right.
So we want to make sure we bring Oola to them, and that's why we're going city to city.
Right. That's how W4 Divas was born as well. We have a bunch of different programs, and that's the whole thing. People that need to hear what we're saying can't travel to or have the money to attend seminars. So that's why W4 Divas exists.
So the other question I had,
Nice.
because I really am behind you collecting 1,000,000 dreams and getting the bus into the Smithsonian, I was just wondering if you knew, since Dr. Troy is such a numbers guy, at what percentage are you to the goal of 1,000,000?
Yeah, I do know, because what we do is when we order the stickers, we order them in packets of 250,000 in pallets. And
Wow.
I know kind of how many are gone, but we also know by how many layers are on the bus. We're on layer 23, so there's about 120-some thousand stickers on the bus right now.
Wow.
So our goal is to overshoot it and go 1.1 million, and then we know we have 1,000,000 on the bus, and then we do want to try to submit it and get it in the Smithsonian.
How fun. I can't wait to see that bus. That
I
is
can't wait to
really
touch
cool.
it and add the dreams that I've been collecting.
Right. We have stickers here, and Terry's been having people fill
That's
them
amazing.
out for quite a while.
It's been a great
so-
experience to be on the dream team, and Deborah is going to take on 100 dreams, so she's part of my dream team.
Yay.
And you said you started collecting dreams.
Yes.
How does that feel when you do that?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. It's really, I've not had another person who's collecting them to talk about it, because I was just on a vacation with some other people, and I didn't ask anyone. Like, I was attempting to, I was prepared to, but so it's kind of funny. But I have my spiel down, about like
Yeah.
how do I tell people what Oola is, and it's been amazing. Like, the people who I just feel more authentic with, like that I could share this, and that they'd take the time to listen, their lives have changed for sure. And people I didn't expect, they really light up. And one of the things that I loved the most is when there's a little space, right? And some people might write a dream like what they don't want. Like, they're so used to what they don't want,
Yeah.
And so helping them really resonate with what they want, and having them feel the difference of that energy of focusing on what you do want than what you don't.
Wow, that might change their whole lives by focusing on what they
You
want.
can see their lives change.
Right.
And then here's what I say. Here's my affirmation to them. Nothing is going to come between you writing your dream on this sticker and it getting on the bus with 1,000,000 others.
Nice.
I love that. That's very, very good.
Yeah, so I want them to know
really start to. What was that?
I just want them to know that the energy that they're putting into it is going to be shared with the energy for other people wanting their dreams too.
That's the coolest part of the bus and this is something that you might not know if you haven't been by the bus, is it's a collective. There's a collective energy of the bus, of people's dreams from across the country. And what we always say is so when people come up to the bus or we're at a book signing, whatever, we say, you're designed for greatness and a purpose.
Oh, nice.
And the craziness of the world has drowned that out, basically. And there's 7 areas of your life that you need to balance and grow to find your real life. And there's 7 stickers. And we want you to write a goal for 1 or 2 of those areas, or a dream that you have for 1 or 2 of those areas that would help bring more balance and more growth to your life, bring more towards your life. And then when they write that dream down, what we tell them to do is walk around the bus and read other people's dreams. And when you find one that resonates with you, you're like, oh, I like that. One person wants to go to Disney, or that one person wants to, pay off their house, or whatever it is. When you find a dream that resonates with you, put your dream over top of theirs. You're sealing their dream to trust their dream.
Oh, nice.
And the cool thing is that when you guys put dreams on the bus in Frankenmuth, those dreams are going to travel to Detroit, and someone might cover yours and be your dream partner, some might not. And it might be all the way in Manhattan that someone reads your dream and says, oh, I love their dream. And they seal your dream to the bus. And what the bus is really trying to show,
cool.
and this is where Oola changes. What the bus is really trying to show is that there's 50 states in this country, 400 million people, and really, honestly, we're all connected at some level. There's a level of connection. And what the bus is to show that. So you may never meet your dream partner who is in New York or Nashville or something, but someone sealed your dream to the bus, and you sealed someone's dream to the bus. And it shows that closeness of who we are as humans and the importance of helping others achieve their goals. And where everything's changed that way is this bus will end up over in Europe and over in Australia. A lot of people ask us. So we really want to try to shrink the world. And shrink the world is like the same thing. It's like our closeness, our cohesiveness, who we are as humanity, and striving to be better in all 7 areas, whether you live in Mexico City or Singapore or France or Australia or New Zealand or Frankenmuth. We're all shooting for very similar things. There was a gal, her name was Heather, who collected over 8,000 dreams walking across Nicaragua.
Wow.
And their dreams are to eat, and their dreams are to, basically learn how to take pictures or learn how to play soccer, these little kids, or, their families are all ripped apart and in poverty, but she sparked dreams in them and that hope of, and what they wanted. They wanted very similar things. They want to be good parents. They want to have a future. They want to, be able to be happy. And it's just, it just blows your mind. But the thing you're going to see collecting these dreams is give it 6 months, and you're going to start getting little phone calls back about, I wrote that dream on that sticker and gave it to you, and you said you're going to put it in the bus, and I want you to know I'm down 40 pounds. Or I got out of that bad marriage, or I saved a good marriage that was failing. You're going to start to hear that, and that's just going to, it becomes addictive to know that you have the power in your hand with those stickers to literally change the world.
Wonderful. That's really cool. That was a really good idea. Okay, we have another question.
Thank you, Dr. Dave. Mine is about the Oola itself. Once you rank your 7 areas, for you personally, how do you decide how you're going to work on which area?
So go to oolalife.com/step1. It's the number 1, and there's a wheel that pops up, and you answer these questions.
Okay.
And it'll give you an idea of where you're low and where you're high. The other thing is it isn't all the books. So in the back of all the books, there's step 1, there's wheels, there's questions you answer, very similar to how we take people through a process in the Oolapalooza. And you want to look at these low areas, and then you look at your 7 areas and say, okay, so I'm crushing fun, but I'm really struggling in finance. Now, it's not that we want you to set fun goals. We want you to set fun goals, but we really want you to say, okay, for the next 6 months, the next year, I'm really going to put a lot of energy on this financing because it's causing the most stress, the most anxiety in my life. It's causing the most out of balance in my life, or it might be family. Pick 2. We always say pick 2 or 3 areas. Really pour into those. Now, you don't want to forget about the other 5 or 4 areas. Like, you don't say, okay, I'm done working out for 6 months because I'm going to work on my finance.
Right.
You continue to work on all areas, but you want to put hyper focus on 2 or 3. And then once you get your finances going, maybe it takes you a year. It's like, okay, now I'm out of debt. I'm traveling right now, and I'm passing a blue Vida bus. How funny is that? So random.
That is funny.
But it was the exact same color our bus was before stickers. Anyway, but yeah, you want to really hyper focus on 2 or 3 areas, and then you reevaluate in 6 months, right, in the summer, or you reevaluate every December, and you go, okay, my finances are coming back on track. Now what? It's like, okay, now I really got to work on my marriage, or I really got to work on my family life, or my faith, whatever it is. So 2 to 3 areas that you hyper focus on that are causing the most stress in your life.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. So it was a naked bus.
A naked bus. There you go. That's what we're going to call it from now on.
Bus, the naked bus. So, so during that Oola challenge, some of the things were pretty easy, and I was trying as I was doing it, I was trying to picture the people that would have a difficult time with each of these, and it made me really think about how unbalanced so many of us are. And you want to know the one I had the hardest time with?
What's that?
Was the walk for 7 minutes wasn't a problem, but to come up with 7 things that I loved about myself was.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I'm also a women's coach, and that is the hardest thing for women, don't you? And why do you think that is?
I never realized that. I have 4 sisters, 4 daughters, so I had glimpses of that life. But I never realized that until we were asked to write the women's book, and we felt extremely unqualified, just to be super honest. There's no way I'm going to write a women's book. There's no way I want to tell women how to live, mansplain, like nothing. And we kept saying to you guys, what do you guys want next? and we gave you options, and women was like 80-some% on the book specifically for women. And